another fourth place contender along with RCB and my team PBKS now, which is the Delhi Capitals. So Delhi Capitals this week, they've played 2 games, I believe. They beat RR. So let's first talk about that game where they defeated the Rajasthan Royals. What are your guys' thoughts there, and how does it affect the table?
I mean, I think the defeat of Rajasthan Royals was quite good because it opened up the table more. But now that Rajasthan have defeated Lucknow Super Giants, um, it makes it kind of closed again, because then it's again all these teams fighting for the fourth spot instead of all the teams fighting for the third and fourth spot. But talking about the Rajasthan Royals game, I think one thing that we love to see was Ashwin's innings. His move to number 3 actually, well, it can go both ways, right? You can say it paid off and it didn't pay off, because if it, because if we see in terms of Rajasthan's perspective, they got someone who hit 50 of 38, but but from Rajasthan, but from Delhi's wait, what? From Delhi's perspective, they got someone who hit 50 of 38. But from Rajasthan's perspective, they missed out on a key innings from Sanju Samson, who could have scored I don't know, 16, 38, I guess. Anyway, moving on. A clutch performance from Mitchell Marsh in the Delhi Capitals innings, 89 from 62. It looked like he was sorry. It looked like he was okay. Mitchell Marsh looked like he was playing on a different pitch altogether, because we saw like 14 batsmen backed, not 14, 12 batsmen bat in this pitch, and Mitchell Marsh altogether looked like he was playing somewhere else. Even David Warner, someone who's in form, someone who's played in these pitches forever, hit 52 of 41 and barely got his mojo towards the end. Mitchell Marsh's innings from 89 from 62 was quite the marvel, because when you're in that kind of form, and he connected the ball so well, he just took the game away completely from the Rajasthan Royals, and well, it's all on him. And apart from that, their bowling, if you see, I think Chetan Sakaria and Khalil Ahmed have a great battle going on there. Both are bowling quite well, and Khalil missing out due to injury is quite sad for him, because he's had a breakthrough season. I think he might in a couple of years, if he continues to do this, he might break into the India squad again. I don't know if that's the case though. But one person who's been having a terrible season, I think, is Akshar Patel. Even when the pitches are slowing down and the finger spinners are getting a lot of wickets from these pitches, Akshar Patel is not getting anything. I mean, when Glenn Maxwell and Shahbaz Ahmed and Moeen Ali, basically part-time spinners, are getting a plethora of wickets, one would expect someone like Akshar Patel, who had a great season last year, to get wickets, but he's not, which is quite sad to see. Other than that, if we talk about the next game, if I may move on to Delhi's next game. Wait, they played only one.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
they've played only one.
Oh,
They
they're
played only
playing
one.
another
That's
game
it.
today against Punjab.
Yeah, the game is today against the Punjab Kings, which is also quite an important game, because
Yeah.
only one of these teams. So whoever loses today is basically knocked out. Let's keep.
Well,
it
not
that way.
really, because
Yeah, another thing.
if
No,
Delhi
not
loses
really,
today, but
but
RCB
essentially,
loses, and
No, see, like CSK was not knocked out until the previous game, but they were basically knocked out.
no, I mean,
By
look,
that
if
logic,
DC loses today but wins their next game, and RCB loses their next game, then they'll both be on 14 points, and DC needs a better net run rate.
No, DC has a better net run rate.
Yeah,
DC
exactly.
will. No, see, if RCB is in a net run rate position, they lose. RCB isn't beating.
the RCB has to win the next game to qualify. If RCB loses against Gujarat, they're out. But
Exactly. DC has 2 matches left, and they're on 12. So if they win 2 games, then they're at 16.
If DC
If they
or
win one
Punjab
game-
win their next 2 games, and even RCB wins their next game, DC or Punjab will qualify, because they have a better net run rate than RCB.
Yeah, it's for DC,
RCB
it's
needs
simple, like,
DC or Punjab to lose one match.
if DC wins 2, DC qualifies. If DC wins 1, it's DC qualifies unless RCB wins. If DC wins 1, RCB needs to lose for DC to qualify.
Yes, okay,
They have a chance of
if you
qualifying.
assume
And if
that RCB
DC
beat,
loses both, then Punjab has a chance of qualifying and RCB has a
if,
chance
if
of qualifying.
if you assume that RCB wins against Gujarat, this is a knockout game. If you
Hmm.
assume that they don't, then it's
Exactly.
favored a bit.
Another thing that will help DC actually is Prithvi Shaw is scheduled to come back tonight against Punjab Kings. So that'll fix another top order problem for
Another
them
thing that
with
will
like
help
PS
DC
Bharat
is
and
that they're
Mandi.
playing Punjab and Mumbai, and by playing Mumbai, they'll be playing a weakened Mumbai side who are obviously playing for pride, and they'll be looking to utilize their youngsters, right? So you guys want to move on to the Mumbai Indians? Let's do that.